Now, if you're really serious, if you are dead serious about migrating to Canada, there are certain things that you need to do. And when you do these things, it will give you some opportunity. And the first opportunity is that it will give you a broader chance, like you are open to any job. Like, for example, some employers will post job and put some requirement, right? So when you do these things I'm about to list out to you, you will be able to cut across all kind of requirements. And the first thing that you need to do, if you're really dead serious about coming to Canada, is that you need to invest in yourself. When I say invest in yourself, I mean you might have heard about IELTS test, that is English test exam that is required for a potential immigrant to Canada. It is not. It is not. It is not something you can escape. You can escape it for a while because there are some province that will permit you to come to Canada without IELTS. All right, like for example, that is the Northwest Territory of Canada. Yeah, the Northwest Territory of Canada will allow you or may allow you to come to Canada without an IELTS test and without your credential evaluation. But as soon as you get to Canada on a temporary work permit, you will definitely want to become a permanent resident, right? So once you want to apply for your permanent residence, you must still sit for your IELTS test or a self-pip test, and also you have to evaluate your credential. So I did my credential evaluation with WES, that's a World Education Services, and I also wrote IELTS in 2019. So these two things, they are very, very important. That is the IELTS test or the self-pip test and the credential evaluation. Your credential evaluation is very, very important. You have to do it. And the IELTS test or self-pip test is also very important. You have to do it. But the thing is this, like I said earlier, there is a particular province, there's a particular territory, that's the Northwest Territory, allows people to come into Canada without asking them, first of all, for their IELTS or their credential evaluation. They just want people to come. So, but when you get there, you still have to write that test and you still have to evaluate your credential. But the purpose of writing the test and the purpose of evaluating your credential is numerous, because number one, it will give you a broader chance. It will give you a broader opportunity, because not all the province will allow you to come, not all the territories will allow you to come without your credential evaluation and your IELTS or your self-pip. Do you understand now? And there are some job, when they list those jobs out, in the requirement of the job, they are asking you for a self-pip or an IELTS and your credential evaluation. This is due to the fact that the employers that want to bring people from outside Canada, they don't want to bring people who will not be able to be migrated or be converted into permanent residents. Because take a look at it. I have a company, for example, and I want to bring somebody from Nigeria, let's say. That I don't want to bring somebody and that person cannot convert into permanent residence. You have to keep on changing the temporary resident visa every 2 years, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So every company want to hire people who can become permanent residents so they could have permanent employee. So that's the first reason. It means you will be able to apply for all the jobs, because most of the job come with the requirement asking you for these two things. So once you have them, let's say I'm an accountant, for example, let's say, but actually I'm a chef. So let's say I'm an accountant, then there are about 50 job posting, and the 50 jobs are saying you must have an IELTS test and you must have your credential evaluated. That means I cannot apply for those jobs because I don't have those two things done. Secondly, Doing your credential evaluation and your IELTS or your self-pip test will help you to be able to launch yourself into Canada Express Entry pool. Without your IELTS or your self-pip and without your credential evaluation, you cannot get yourself into the Express Entry pool. The Express Entry pool is majorly for bringing people from overseas into Canada as permanent residents. So what other thing can be more beautiful than that? But without your IELTS and your self-pip, or your credential evaluation, you cannot get into Canada Express Entry pool. So it is very, very important. You have to do these two things. Then you get yourself ready for any kind of opportunity that presents itself to you. Furthermore, the other reason why you have to or you need to do those things, your self-pip or your IELTS and your credential evaluation, is because it will help you to be able to communicate with employers on Canada #1 job site, which is called Canada Job Bank. Canada Job Bank is a Canadian site where Canadians employers are registered and are looking for potential employee and immigrants. So now you can open a job bank profile, a job search profile on Job Bank, but you cannot communicate directly with the employers. The employers cannot send you a job to apply. What I mean is, if you have your credential evaluation done and you have your test written, then it will give you a kind of link or a kind of applicant number on your profile, so that when the employers, because employers too come online to search for potential employee, so when they come online, they will see you in a particular category. So for example, I got a lot of message from employers when I was in Dubai. They will send me their own job, like, "Hi, Ola, please apply to this job." And it's just like that. Like, I see employers sending me message, "Please apply to this job." They send you their own job. So you're able to communicate directly with the employers. They send you your own job, their own job opening, then you apply to it, then they communicate with you. I got more than 10 communication link with different employers. Meanwhile, some of them were not interested in bringing people from overseas. So they would just say, "Oh, please, can you update us about your location?" I say, "Oh, I'm in Dubai." I say, "Oh, sorry, we don't have the capacity to bring someone from Dubai." I say, "Oh, okay, thank you." Then I continued like this until I got what I wanted. And I migrated to Canada. It is just like that. I know it is not very, very, very easy, like I'm saying it, but you have to be consistent. Like, I was searching online, I was doing rigorous searching, but at the end of the day, it pays off. It pays off, yeah. So that is the importance. That is another importance of doing your IELTS or your self-pip and your credential evaluation. Another reason why you have to do your self-pip test or your IELTS test and your credential evaluation is because for the PNP, there is something they call Provincial Nomination Program in Canada. Provincial Nomination Program means each provinces try to bring people into their own province in Canada. So the express entry is for the federal government overseeing all the immigration activities, while the provincial program is for the provinces to monitor their own immigration, then after liaise with the federal government to bring people in. So without your credential evaluation and without your IELTS test, you cannot get the provincial nomination. You cannot get the provincial nomination. The only province that I know is the Northwest Territory that is bringing people in without those two things. And Canada has a lot of provinces, so you cannot depend only on the Northwest Territory for your PNP. So you have to give yourself a broader opportunity by generalizing your availability. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel and please click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever we upload new videos. And please do share with your friends and your loved ones. See you next time. Thank you.